Today we are starting our reading session. The first thing I want to read, I just wrote it down. It's being a celebrity. What does it mean, being a celebrity? So, I can talk about the artistic aspect of it, I can talk about the celebrity aspect of it, but what it means to be a celebrity. So, being a celebrity, people want to see your work, your performance. Some want to stay behind the camera, some want to be in front of the camera. Now we have our vulnerabilities. We all have our vulnerabilities, especially if you are an artist, if you are an actor, actress. We have our vulnerabilities. Yet we have courage to be in front of the audience. Yet we have the courage to be in front of the audience. We want to share our work for the people and for ourselves too. Now there will be someone or some aspiring, some looking for inspiration, some craving gossip. And we feel that too. Sometimes we feel that too. That's a part of this entertainment industry. And that's a part of life, so we can do that anytime. It's a tough life. Is it a tough life? It's a tough life. Is it a tough life? We can continuously ask these questions. Once in a while, we can ask these questions during our introspection, during our reflection. We can do that. It's a hard life. We can ask this question too. We enjoy it. Whatever it is, we enjoy it. That's why we are in this profession, But as I have mentioned, what is the problem in the Indian context? False scripts, fixed role play, and this type 2, they try to irritate you. They try to abuse, they try to irritate, they try to disturb. And you will give reaction. They are craving your reaction, they are craving your attention. So the moment you give the reaction, they enjoy that. They don't have much creativity. They are not into those artistry, creativity. If you give them something with a package, they will just consume it. Part of the consumers, part of the audience, again a part of life. We make our way through it. But false scripts and fixed role play, maybe some other people, they have defined those role plays. Irritation, abuse, disturbance, without even understanding it, even worse. And they crave for reaction and attention. So, they are asking you to play a particular role, a fixed role play they are deciding for you to. Eventually, it becomes the narrative, and you become part of the narrative. But wait, there is addiction too. If you get addicted to these games and tricks only, you can do great works. You know how to make your way through it. You learn, you grow. You keep someone who can do the job for you. These things, additional things. You can keep someone who can do the job for you. But goals and obstacles. Goals and obstacles. You are meant to be more. You are meant to be more. Much more. These games and tricks must not be a substitute for great works. Because in the end, it's the work that matters. Is it really so? What about your own well-being? What about your own artistic experience? If you want to focus on the journey, what about the journey? So the work is important, your process is important, the journey is important too. And we make our way through it. A part of life. They will do their things, we will do our things. The main problem is where they want to take us to that group. Sometimes we conform, maybe via something, maybe through someone we like, maybe through someone we admire, maybe through someone we love. So there is someone in the middle. By using that person or by misusing that person, we go to that group through this person or maybe a set of persons. Then again we can come back to ourselves. We can again come back to our true selves or whatever it is. We can be that always. All we have to do is introspect. All we have to do is reflect. We have done this before. We can do it again. They will achieve something if they can take us to that group. We will achieve something if we really put our best in the work we do. We come up with great stories, we come up with great artworks, we come up with great storytelling, we come up with everything that we want to do. There is no end to it, We live, we create, and we share. There is no end to it. Abundant, it is abundant. The creative force is abundant. Only you have to connect to it. That takes a lot of time for many, mostly because of the barriers you have. So this is, I'm not reading, I just wrote few lines and then I'm starting to talk about these things. But we will also talk about prose, poetry and all these things. But philosophy will be a big part. Because sometimes when you have nothing, it's your philosophy that can save you from taking the wrong path or maybe explore the wrong path and then come back. Philosophy can help you. Art can help you. Your appreciation towards art, your inclination, appreciation, your love, enthusiasm towards art can help you. That's why we create artworks. That's why we create stories. Sometimes, the stories, they are not meant to be always real life events. We can make a documentary on that. It is not meant to be real life events. It can be inspired by real life events. It can be based on real life events. Sometimes the stories transport you to a different world. A world of characters, a world of different characters, their interactions. And still, what do we get out of it? Is it only the entertainment? What do we get out of it? Interaction among the characters, the conflicts, we have mentioned it many times. But we get something of life, These characters should mean something. These characters, we can relate to it. Or maybe we have gone through the experiences. Or maybe we know that it can happen in real life. Or maybe it is a fantasy film, science fiction, but we can see the relation to real life. Can be possibilities. Conflicts, resolution, the tangling of the conflict, the untangling of the resolution, the way you do it. Stakes, what is at stake, And then you have the hero's journey. You have something to live for, you have something to fight for. We have many stories in this world. They talk about life, they talk about people, they talk about the wisdom, they talk about so many things we can relate to. But we never get bored. Why should we get bored? We are interpreting life in different ways. People are living life in different ways. They are sharing their artworks, they are sharing their stories. Why should we get bored? Different artworks, different opportunities to, look at life in a different way, look at a situation in a different way, look at perspectives, differences of opinions. So many things we can do. Write, 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 write. I will urge you to write. I will tell you to write. You can start with journaling, but write. Gradually, it can be a book. Many people write memoirs. They want to share something with the world. It is not necessary that you have to write non-fiction only. You can write stories too. Just take that pen, take a piece of paper and start writing. That's how we enjoy life. You know, it is not just a song, it is not just a poem. It is your love, sweat, put on paper. You know, your hard work, your dedication, your enthusiasm, your passion, whatever you call it. So many things. I don't want to put into few sets of emotions. It is abundant and everything is there. Different colors, you have the spectrum of colors, and when they all meet, you have the white. Many people say, why black and white? You know, it's very interesting. You should be very curious about all these things. We talk about cinematography, we talk about writing. In black, you don't have any color. In white, you have all the colors combined. And in the gray scales, you have all these things in variations. So black and white, powerful colors. Now your story can have the stark contrast. Your story can have, you know, gray areas, gray scales to play with. But we enjoy all of it. Sometimes we may have our own particular style to tell a story. But that's why we have so many other people creating movies, creating stories. Different ways of looking at life. That doesn't mean that I am telling you I am the right one, you are the wrong one. No. It's how you looked at life, how you have expressed yourself, how you have looked at the characters, at the conflicts, situations of life, and then how you have shared it with people. Great things we do in life. We should continue to do that. The moment you understand that, you know, it can be just words for many, but the moment you understand that, you will see that you have so much to share. And you should never get bored. Today you are writing something, tomorrow you will be writing something else. But you have different situations, different people, you know, different circumstances. Abundance. It's about abundance. You know. Thank you so much.